we're back with another episode of Lakers Latest. I'm Gerald Glassford, the host of the Lakers Latest podcast, part of the Fan Arc Network. Right there, Fan Arc. Please like and subscribe. Go ahead and get that latest notification on when we go live on the air with the latest Lakers Latest podcast that gets uploaded to the intranet, as they once called it, right there for you on YouTube. From my friends at the Fan Arc Network, make sure you go ahead and share the love with them too, because they have a ton of shows with a ton of teams waiting for you to explore on their main channel on the Fan Arc Network, right there for you on YouTube. So please like and subscribe, and don't forget to share the love as well with us right here at Lakers Latest. Well, the Lakers went into the Mile High City on Thursday to go ahead and face off against the Denver Nuggets with fifth place in the Western Conference on the line. With a win, the Lakers would have gotten themselves into fifth place, into more of a conversation, and just behind Houston, who lost on Thursday night. What would happen? Well, it didn't start off good. In fact, if you took the first, 3 to 5 minutes of the game out of this entire thing, then the Lakers would have won. But yeah, that's why they play the entire 48 minutes, because the Lakers got off to a 11-0 deficit. And every time the game would yo-yo its way back into where the Lakers were within 2 or 3 or 4, every single time out, Denver would do something to go ahead and go on a run. They put some points together, and the Lakers would find themselves almost just like that each and every time out throughout the game, down by double digits. But there was one more Laker comeback on the way, as the Lakers, again down by double digits, came back, got it to within one. Could have tied the game, but a missed free throw by Austin Reeves. And down the stretch they came, the Lakers, with a minute left. With a minute left, they had opportunities on 2 occasions to go ahead and tie or get the lead. And both times, LeBron James passing the ball to Marcus Smart, who was 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. A good game for him, a 33% shooter on the season, but missed those final 2 threes, and they couldn't defend on the other end. Gave up some crucial points to Nikola Jokic, who had almost a kind of quadruple double you don't want, with points, rebounds, and assists, and 9 turnovers. But the Lakers, unfortunately, didn't get it done in that final minute. Couldn't put it together, and they lose on Thursday night, 120 to 113. They're now 37 to 25. 6th place still in the Western Conference, but a game and a half now behind Houston and Denver. 2 games in front of the Phoenix Suns in the Western Conference. So right there, they're just like on an island right amongst themselves. We'll talk about what's heading up for them here in a minute as far as on Friday is concerned. But yeah, just a game where, as I said to Pinty, I said they are competitive and they play hard always in Denver, seemingly, but just don't get those wins as much as they could against a team that struggles even more so than the Lakers heading into the game from home, and even more so with the fact that Jokic had the 9 turnovers. When Jokic has 9 turnovers, you have to find ways to win the game. But Luka Doncic getting another technical. He is now 1 technical away from getting a suspension. I thought that maybe they might be something that where the league might rescind that technical. They still might, but it was based off of an expletive to the referee. So I don't know. Again, and whatever was said, Luke after the game said that the other players were saying it, not getting a T. Well, I mean, you have a history of arguing with the refs, so they're not going to cut you any slack on something like that. So he had to be careful, and he wasn't. So now he's 1 technical away, as of this recording, to being suspended for a game. So he really has to mind his P's and Q's. But Luka himself, not quite as efficient as I would have loved to have seen him. 11 of 24, 3 of 10 overall from three, 27 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals though. Austin Reeves 3 steals, LeBron James 3 steals. Those turnovers on Jokic did matter, did keep them in the game because no matter how much the Lakers would try and let them go back to double digit deficits, they would find ways to go ahead and reel back the Denver Nuggets in, just not enough to get over that hump in the Mile High City. LeBron James, 7-11, 16 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds. I said the 3 steals. He did later in the fourth quarter fall on a play where Jokic looked like Jokic let him slide off his back and fell down hard on his left elbow. I know that he was icing it after the game. Know that they were treating it. I don't know what his status is for Friday. Obviously, a concern there. DeAndre Ayton, after that initial 11-0 stretch, he sat out the rest of the entire game. He did not even stay on the bench. He went right straight to the locker room with supposed knee soreness. Again, it is what it is. I'll let you determine the fact that if it's knee soreness or not. Right now, I have to take it for what it is at face value, but citing all the issues and complaints that he has made and the issues and the complaints I'm sure that have been made about him, it's not a love fest going on with what's going on with DeAndre Ayton. So was it sore feelings? Was it a sore knee? I'll let you guys decide in the comments below on that. But yeah, just an opportunity with a minute left to really get things done. And again, Marcus Smart is not the guy that I would turn to in those situations. And they also had Jake LaRavia out there who was struggling quite a bit with his shot in the game. He was 1 of 6, only 2 points overall, which was concerning because the fact that I think that you should have had someone else in there. And JJ Redick, with 2 minutes left, took Rui Hashimura out. My question is to you guys down below, should JJ have had Luke Kennard or Rui Hashimura, a noted, more consistent shooter out there that possibly they could have gotten the pass from LeBron? I mean, I would have liked LeBron just to take the shots down low, personally, instead of going for the 3. But maybe his elbow was hurting too much so that he had to give it up. I don't know. Again, he has stated that for the fact he was pretty upset about the marginal calls and the fact that they called it marginal and that they keep calling it marginal from the refs. He had some other choice expletives and words about that, about the word marginal. So I'll let you go ahead and determine how upset he was with the refs on that. But again, if you're JJ, I think you have to have at least one, if not both, your shooters out there when those times when you're down by 2 or 3 to really get a good look from the field. And I understand that Luke Kennard gets targeted quite a bit on the defensive end, and Rui is not the best defensive individual either. But I think you've got to have one or another. Rui wasn't doing too bad out there. 6 of 9 shooting, 4 or 5 from 3. That's 80% from behind the arc. He was the hot man tonight. Kennard, 2 of 3 from 3. Combined, they scored 24 points. I do want to go ahead and give some love, though, to Jackson Hayes. I would be remiss, especially if I believe Christian, if I remember memory serves, as far as he's a big supporter of the Jackson Hayes experience. What if we put Jackson Hayes back into the starting lineup, especially with the knee soreness that we saw from DeAndre Ayton? Again, I'm hoping he'll be okay. I'm hoping there's more sore feelings than actual knee feelings, but again, we'll have to wait and see on that one. But maybe it's time to put Hayes back in the starting lineup. We could see that as soon as Friday night. But for him, he played hard. He played effective on the offensive end. Still got caught out there on the perimeter and out there near the free throw line more often than I would like to see because of the switches. He doesn't come after he switches. He doesn't come back to the play as often as I would like to see. But 19 points for him, extremely effective on the offensive end. 8 of 10 overall, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 offensive rebounds for him. But yeah, just a solid effort on the offensive end for him. If you're getting 19 points from Jackson Hayes, who was gasping out there in the mile high air. I know that Pinty and I were talking back and forth on it, but I don't think they expected to lose Aiton so early. And they, of course, didn't have Maxi Kleber due to a back injury. He was inactive for the night. So, yeah, Jackson Hayes did play hard. I'm going to give him a ton of credit for giving that kind of effort, especially on the offensive end for that. So, absolutely, just something that you would like to see on a more consistent basis. And you might see that, as soon as the game on Friday against Indiana. But JJ not having a shooter out there like Rui or Kennard, again, I got to put that into some question. And if you guys feel the same way, or if you defend him having Laravia and Smart out there, just being able to either out there for both defensive purposes or taking the shot or what have you, please let me know in the comments below. And Smart is going to take that shot. Credit to him. He didn't hesitate either time that he was given the ball. But statistically, even if he's having a good shooting game, 33% overall from behind the arc, you want to at least have somebody out there alongside of him instead of maybe Laravia, who wasn't having a good game out there, that can fill it up a little bit better from distance than he can. But again, I don't know how hurt LeBron was when he was taking both those passes from down low. Could he have gone up for the shot himself for the easy two? It seemed like, at least the first time, he had a wide open two and decided to pass it up. So again, I want to hear your thoughts on that. I mean, Luka missed free throws as well. Lakers has a team, 67% shooting. There's some points left on the table, not just Austin Reeves missing at late in the game. It's also how many you missed during the game as well. So 67% is not cutting it. And that's not going to win you a whole lot of games. And it didn't for the Lakers on Thursday night. So if you have thoughts on the Lakers and JJ Redick, his decisions, please let me know in the comments below. Lakers lose again, 120 to 113. Coming up on Friday night later tonight, it is, of course, the Indiana Pacers. Lakers head back to LA on one of the supposed tougher back-to-backs that often happens in the NBA. Denver to LA, or LA to Denver. It is Denver to LA, and Indiana has been there a couple days because they played the Clippers the other day, as I mentioned when we talk about Ivica Zubac and all that. So what are your thoughts? Do you still think they're going to get the victory over the hapless, tanking Indiana Pacers? Let me know your thoughts. I don't think it will come as easy as I would like to see. I'm hoping I'm wrong on that, because the Lakers, after putting out great effort on Thursday night, will be a little bit of a tired team. They could be an injured team. DeAndre Ayton, you don't know what the status is with his knee soreness, if it's legit. So if it is legit, you don't know what his status is for Friday. You don't know what LeBron's status is with his elbow, because he crashed hard on his left side after, like I said, the contact that was not called with Nikola Jokic, the marginal contact with Nikola Jokic on that. So yeah, if you have thoughts on the Lakers and if they can get it done against Indiana at home in the Crypt on Friday night later tonight, let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear them. Be very, very glad to go ahead and respond to them as well. And before we head on out, I'm going to go ahead and respond to the comments here visually, and I'll respond to them in typing order here in just a little bit. But did want to go ahead and give a shout out to the comments right there. Actually, quite a few from the one I posted yesterday. Roger, thank you so much. Roger, man, you're the GOAT. You're the GOAT, man. I do appreciate all the love to you, my friend, as far as is concerned. Cannot thank you enough for your support on both my channels. It's just such a blessing to have you and everyone here. And I cannot thank you enough for that. Pinty, my man, in Germany, said Rob Pelinka let Zubac and Jay Huff and Alex Caruso go. Yes, he did. Funny story, because Pinty, on one of our other conversations, I was asking, why don't we have a guy like Jay Huff? Because Jay Huff has at times this year had some really good games. And I believe statistically, well, I guess not now, because Wembanyama, I think, has taken over, played enough eligible games. But if he hadn't, Jay Huff, trivia fact, Jay Huff would have been leading the league in block shots. So If that's the case, why don't we have? Pinty was asking, why don't we have why do we have J Huff on the team? And my question or my answer to him was that actually we did have J Huff on the team. I think he was let go at what 2, 3 seasons ago. Same one that I made because I wanted to keep Jay Huff. I had said on the air that I wanted to keep Jay Huff on the team. I was not into SBJ because SBJ did not look good in some exhibition games, so I was not. That one I was wrong on it on SBJ, but Jay Huff I said we got to keep, and they didn't. A guy who could stretch the floor, who can block shots. Not the greatest rebounder in the world, but he again a stretch five who can block shots may or may not be a starter in the league. I don't think he at his current price, if you make him a starter, it's not that bad. But if you keep him as a starter at a higher price, it starts to not look great. But again, he is second in the league in block shots, and he can stretch the floor out to three. So yeah, Rob let him go. I'll just leave it at that. So yes, he let Zubats, he let Jay Huff, and he let Alex Caruso go. Yes. Yes, he did. And Scottie Pippen Jr. As well. Again, a guy I was wrong on. He let him off the hook too as well. And he's now playing in Memphis. Both Jay Huff and him played well enough in Memphis to get deals in Memphis. And then Memphis traded Jay Huff to Indiana because Indiana, if you remember, lost out on the Miles Turner sweepstakes, and Jay Huff was a replacement for that. But now they've got Zubats and Jay Huff right there as their centers. Tough So, my man, what's going on, my friend? Yes, this cannot be ignored. Zubats is back against the Clips. Zoo would be like an animal, like to see it. Zoo. I do not know if he's playing on Friday, but he was close to being returning for the Clippers game. We'll see that they honored him at, by the way, as I mentioned. We'll see if he miraculously gets to health like many players do against the Lakers on Friday. So we will wait and see. Jock Londale, I would take on the cheap, as you mentioned, just get rid of Aiton, please. We ain't winning any championships with him as our starting center. Thankfully, we still have Hayes. Yeah, Hayes plays well. Again, another player who plays to a certain level and certain level of contract. But if you pay him too much, the contract does not look as good. But right now, Hayes is playing above his level for his contract. We're getting great value from it. Jock Londale, he still gets traded all over the place, but he's actually had a decent season. I believe he's on Atlanta now, but I believe it was from Memphis he was on, and then Houston before that. But yeah, he keeps bouncing around, but as a 6'10 hustle guy, can rebound and can stretch the floor out. I think is someone as a third center wouldn't be so bad. But again, I said this on both channels. If the Lakers do keep their draft pick, Ademara, or there's other centers, there's other big guys, but again, it's whatever based off the need. It could be a wing, it could be something like that. We'll see what happens where the Lakers fall in the draft. But Ademara, keep an eye on him from Michigan. 7'3", 255, big body. You never know. That's just one out there. I'm starting to look at the guys for the draft now, so we'll evaluate them as we go from there. If the Lakers decide to keep that pick, Pinty says, yeah, Londale, Hayes, and Goga Batazzi are my choices for the center rotation. From Pinty says, Herb Jones, Dean Wade, and Matisse Thybulle. Keep also Smart and Kennard. Probably Rui has to leave. I would switch it up a little bit, but that's a good start right there. Those are starts for a good team, but I'm not sure if that's to make a great team, Pinty. But those are some good choices in there. Some good choices that I would go ahead and I would agree with you on. Tough So, believe it or not, there's some pretty good players out there on the cheap, like 3 for the price of 1, and we do not need to get a whole second half of the roster. That's one guy is definitely would go and get is Kelly Oubre Jr. Pinty said I would go after John Collins and Tobias Harris, Jock Londale, Matisse Thybulle. Tough So said I definitely like Collins. He's in the 25,000 range. I kind of like filling the roster with a few guys. Oubre, Sharp, Londale for like 15 minutes. I think you meant Dayron Sharp as well. For 15 mil together. 25 mil range, not 25,000 range, but 15 mil range as well. We still have lots of cash for more expensive players in Collins' range. Just think we should grab some of these cheaper guys to fill this terrible back end of the lineup. Yes, it is a terrible back end of the lineup, and only Rob has himself to blame for that one. Pinty said, "Do you like Kelly Oubre more than Quentin Grimes? I think Grimes will only get 10 to 12 million. We'll have to wait and see how hard the bidding for Grimes will be from Philadelphia as well on that. But yeah, you guys seem to have a great conversation. It's nice to see you and Pinty Tough have a good conversation back and forth. It was good to see. Yeah, we will need good players in the summer, Pinty. Absolutely, indeed. But last but certainly not least, my man Craig. Craig is awesome. Seeing you on Discord, seeing you on our channel as well, on my other channel, and on this one as well. Always good to add talent to the Lakers organization, talking about our new chief of, as far as operations, as far as the experience for the fans and going forward, the digital content and going forward. Yeah, bringing him here, bringing him there as far as concerned. Michael Spentner. Cannot wait to see what he'll do for the organization. But yeah, you can see the matriculation of all these high-level Dodger execs now looking to go ahead and impart their wisdom now that they're part of the Lakers front office as well. Uh, Always good to add talent to Lakers organization. I agree that Magic trades Zoo for a no talent Mike Muscala. I mean, that's embedded in my brain, Craig. Mike Muscala. Zoo was a big mistake. Absolutely, indeed. But if you have thoughts on the game on Thursday night, Denver, what you thought caused the demise of the Lakers, why they couldn't get over the hump, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Can they win against Indiana on Friday night? I want to hear those thoughts as well. You guys have been awesome in the comments. If you're looking at me now and you like what you see, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to share the love with my friends at the Fan Arc Network. They got a ton of stuff that you guys can go ahead and check out right about now, because I'm heading out. Thanks again. I'll have a recap of the Indy game coming up for you on Saturday morning. But I'm looking forward to hopefully having a great Lakers weekend along with you right here at Lakers Latest. Thanks so much, everyone, and have a great Friday. Be safe.